Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco...
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
It's interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I got you. Shift.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. A look now at the starters on this 49er defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Now they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. One of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here comes the Rams punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And this will be taken at the 13. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dawson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
General West. SOS.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. On third down, Dawson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Clayton. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give them 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Dawson going for it all. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to pro. In the early part of the game, other teams I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm going to hit you all day.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
They're not ready for this.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meetings talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch the end.
Hey, Charlie. Shoot.
On second down, it's Clayton, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Looking to throw. Dawson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. On second down now, Culver. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and they turned into an easy first down conversion. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. On second down, Culver, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
I smell fear in that offense.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The gain of 19 and picking up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Back to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He'll drop to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about. about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
A second down run with Lewis. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. To throw on third down, Dawson. Going to throw right side here, complete. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On first down, Dawson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? But wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Let's go.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Throwing on first down, Dawson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Dawson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready. 18 Gator. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Fine.
From the gun, Dawson. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Back to throw. Dawson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Looking to throw. Dawson. He's got it. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now.
Come on, baby.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And that game is tied 10-all in the second quarter. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. The Jets with a good performance there, and it leads to their 4th victory on the year. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. 10-7, your final. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half?
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. On first down, Culver. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Culver.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are out in the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They'll run on first down. Culver. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Culver. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st and 10, Dawson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check three. X3, 218, chopper. Let's go.
2nd and 3. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Clayton. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, Dawson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Back now in Los Angeles. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Back to throw. Dawson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Good job.
And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. On 2nd down now, it's Clayton trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Dawson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 1. Fighting a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll look to throw here, and this is incomplete.
Yeah. That one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He'll get a couple yards on that one. And that's going to bring up the 3rd down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 39. That is incomplete.
I'm not even sure. I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Now back to throw. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They're going to look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for San Francisco, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for LA, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7, and they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.